is up, guys? Welcome to the channel. If you're new, if you're returning, thank you for your continued support, and you're going to find out real quick. If you don't already know, we're going to jump right into it. So this is going to be yet another video on ammunition. So far we've only really focused on 7.62 by 39. Well, spoiler alert, this one is also going to be over 7.62 by 39. Something I'm a little bit passionate about. As you guys know, if you've been around for a while, I do like AKs. You guys are probably going to see a good deal of AK content from me overall. So this time, unlike last time, we were talking about match ammo. This time we're just talking about just general ammunition for training and what have you. As you guys already may have seen, around a year ago or so, I did a video on the TelaAmmo 545 by 39, checking to see if the newer batches were not corrosive. And what we found was the newer batches that I was getting is indeed not corrosive. I did test it against some of the old stuff that was indeed corrosive. In fact, it was the most corrosive stuff I've ever seen. But as we mentioned just a little bit ago, this is not going to be about that. This is about 7.62. That's right, 7.62 by 39 from Tela. This stuff is a 124 grain full metal jacket, just run-of-the-mill ball ammo. You had a little bit of a sneak peek in the Hornady ammunition video where I did test this stuff over a chronograph, and our standard deviation was about 26 versus the S&B that you guys know that I shoot a lot of. And groups really well out of the rifle dynamics was about 24. So the consistency on this ammunition is actually really good compared to some pretty expensive brass case ammo. As of right now, the time that I'm filming this video, the 7.62 by 39 market is pretty volatile. We are seeing 7.62 by 39 prices keep up with pretty decent quality 5.56, and now all of a sudden we've seen a huge jump. I want to say I just checked the other day on AmmoSeek, and the Tela was some of the most affordable ammunition at maybe a little over 50 centipedes per round. And again, I understand that is a little steep compared to what we've been used to in the past, but then again, everything is getting more expensive lately. But one of the big things I do really like about the Tela ammunition, first and foremost, is that it has a sealed primer and bullet just like the 545. So if you wanted to say buy a bunch of this, shoot some of it, and store some of it, the sealed primer and bullet stuff is going to handle storage much better than something like we've seen in the past, like the TelaAmmo and stuff that just has nothing. Another thing that I really appreciate is the lacquered cases. I know whenever I was getting started shooting in the early 2000s, or shooting, these types of guns quite a bit, I was always told, oh, that the lacquered cases, they can, once your gun gets hot, that can glue itself into the chamber and stuff. That's not really true. I actually really like it. I think it handles not getting rust on the cases and stuff better than, again, the TelaAmmo. Being as this ammo is showing that it's fairly consistent, or at least close to the S&B that shoots really well out of this rifle, I did take it out to the long distance range that I'm a member of. First thing I wanted to do is shoot this thing without the can, just to see if the can actually helped it out like it did on the Hornady. So we have a group here. I want to say we're about 2 1/4, 2.5 MOA 5 shots at 100. And then we threw the can on, had about the same size group. Then we moved down here, and we've got just, again, about a 2 1/4. And I threw this one. We've got 2 holes here, one here, for about right at 2 MOA out of this rifle with a suppressor. And I know there's probably going to be a couple AR guys hop in the comments like, whoa, look, AKs aren't accurate, dude. This is ball ammo. This is cheap ball ammo. I challenge you with a similar rifle, just like a rat grade AR, to perform better by anything worth noting than that. I want to say average, most of my ARs with cold hammer forged chrome line barrels with ball ammo shoot about the same. I did find it kind of odd that that suppressor didn't help that ammunition out as much as it did the Hornady, which I don't have the science or the knowledge to back that up as to why, but it was just an interesting thing to see. And of course, after we did that, we moved on and shot some distance with this ammo because it is a little bit hotter than a lot of the other stuff we're shooting. I want to say even the Hornady was 2350. We found that the S&B is actually closer to about 2300. On average, the Tela is around 24, sometimes a little bit more.
All right, 200. Smacked it. 3. Easy. 350. I believe that was a hit. There we go. And 400. Easy. 450. There we go. Let's try 5. Easy hit.
Overall, I think this stuff actually performed extremely well. Just for cheap ammo, again, it's cheaper than the S&B, and it's delivering close to the same accuracy with a little bit more velocity. I'm able to get out to distance a little bit better with this stuff. Needless to say, I will probably be looking into Tela a lot more, not just for 545, but also 762. In 545, same thing, we saw an increase in velocity over the stuff that we're used to. So it's nice that all of it is ready for storage, got that sealed primer and bullet, and you get a little bit of extra oomph out of it. And right now, it's, especially for 545, it is the most affordable option that you have aside from 545 if you want to shoot corrosive, which, I mean, that's up to you if you want to do the cleaning, but most competitions, if you're into that like I am, will not let you shoot it on. If you're an AK guy like me and you like shooting 762, but you don't know really what you want to shoot, there's a bunch of different options out there these days. I highly recommend this Tela. It's been fantastic in all the different 762 guns that I've shot so far. And as usual, if you guys have any questions, if there's something about this stuff that I did not cover in this video that, or I didn't cover enough of, drop a comment and I'll try to get a reply to you. And if you stuck around this long, I hope you like what you saw and consider doing all this stupid stuff, the liking, the sharing, subscribing. It does help me out quite a bit. Hope to see you guys in the next video. And remember, it doesn't matter how fast you miss.